Hey there, and welcome to a quick post-debate political Courier Webcast. I broke down the debate into three sort of areas. The first, a lot of people saying this debate was Obama's commander-in-chief test. Does he look presidential? Are his answers serious, smart, concise, and clear? I think they definitely were. So in one regard, I think Obama definitely passed his commander-in-chief test. It's also important to note that I think McCain had a commander-in-chief test here, and I think he passed his as well. In recent weeks, Obama seems to have brought the fight to John McCain, saying you're out of touch with average Americans, especially on this economic situation. And I think McCain was strong on the economy tonight. So he passed his own commander-in-chief test, saying he is relatively in touch with the concerns of average Americans. So that's point one. Point two, look, I've seen a lot of bloggers and analysts online breaking down the debate, judging it on a number of areas, giving each candidate a letter grade. So, for example, Obama gets an A- on style and a B on substance. I happen to think this is an excuse for very opinionated people to seem objective, so I'm not going to give grades. But I do want to break down the debate briefly into style and substance. I think Barack Obama definitely won on style. Some people and I happen to not like the fact that he would always address John McCain as John, whereas McCain would address Obama as Senator Obama. But I think Obama still won on style. I think he was more in touch with people who were watching on television. If you notice, McCain kept addressing the crowd at the debate hall in Mississippi, facing them, addressing them directly like he did in town hall settings, whereas Obama very comfortable talking to the camera, and I think that relayed better to television audiences, which make up the viewers of this kind of debate. On substance, I think it was a tie, and that leads me to my last point. This debate was definitely not a soundbite war. It was definitely they were sparring over substance here. There were some strong lines, there were some good lines, and I have two particular favorites. I think McCain's best line, and this is after Obama was saying that he opposed the Iraq War before it even began. McCain said, quote, "The next president of the United States is not going to have to address the issue as to whether we went into Iraq or not. The next president of the United States is going to decide how we leave, when we leave, and what we leave behind." So McCain the best when he was able to shut down one of Barack Obama's strongest points and one of the core points of his campaign. Whereas Obama was the strongest when he brought the fight to John McCain. McCain, a lot of people said, had been on offense the entire debate, and when Barack Obama went on offense himself, I think he performed very well. This quote to McCain from Barack Obama: "When the war started, you said it was going to be quick and easy. You said we knew where the weapons of mass destruction were. You were wrong. You said that we were going to be greeted as liberators. You were wrong. You said there was no history of violence between the Shia and the Sunni. You were wrong." So Barack Obama most effective when he went into offense. And if you look at these two quotes, I think it's pretty clear that each man was the strongest when their opponent was the strongest. Obama shined when he went on offense after John McCain went on offense. So I wouldn't say it was a debate between offense and defense. I think when these guys both went at it pretty viciously, they both looked very good. So call it a tie. Look, this is my last and only presidential debate I'm going to see before I disappear for a few months. So maybe I'll lean towards McCain on this one, but that's with the knowledge that I think Obama is actually going to do very well and perform very well in these debates going forward. So see it how you want it, but that's my 2 cents. I'll see you later.